All right, people, we are back live with our end of day pulse wave report. This is for Thursday night going into Friday, or we call it Take Back Friday. Not sure if we're going to get a Take Back Friday, folks. I don't know about that. We probably, most likely, will not. If we do, though, I think I'll just be setting up the next short for Sunday into Monday, to be quite honest with you. But hey, what do I know, right? I'm just a guy on YouTube, so I could be very wrong, but then again, I will probably be very right. All right, so I know that some people may be a little upset with me because last night we did not do charts. I just had a little talk to you. But you should be happy if you listen through the entire thing because I told you what was coming for today. And that's exactly what happened. I told you we had crash alerts galore. I told you that multiple markets were already in bear markets. All right. I told you that a lot of markets had bearish trend momentum readings. I warned about that. And I told you to get ready. And I told you that it was coming last night. I said it was going to start tonight, which was last night. And then when you woke up this morning, what did you see? You saw the markets headed lower. When just 24 hours earlier, all the talking heads on the financial channels were talking about the new bull market. All right. And just how everything's bullish now and bullish this and bullish that. Well, one day does not a trend make, but also just because you've had a nice bear market rally, it doesn't mean the market has rallied enough to turn it bullish. So I've been saying that all along. And now we're going to take a look at what lies ahead, possibly going into next week. First things first, this first chart is the ticker is UGA. It's the United States Gasoline Fund. It's the gas ETF. All right, your unleaded gas futures, if you will. It's the ETF for that. Now, you know, we're going to be coming into the driving season, even though that has not happened yet, but it is coming. So this market is going to go from basically trendless to a more trending type of an environment. We know that's about to happen. All right. So just wanted to put that out there for you. Just want you to know what was coming. And right now you got more of a bullish bias, but we're not near driving season yet for spring and summer. So this one probably does have a little bit lower to go. And because you're trendless, this is what you got. All right, next up is, let's go to Bitcoin. Here's our Bitcoin futures. All right, so the market just crossed into a bullish pattern, and right after as it's done it, now we have all this downside production from the crash alert a few days ago. The bears are locked in. You got a bearish trend momentum reading and the beginning stages of a bull market. So perhaps the market's going to come down here, fill this gap back here, maybe even test at 18,000 trend line support before starting a bull run. Right now, that's what it's looking like. So be ready for that. Stay tuned. If you're short from last night's video, if you can find a place to lock in some profit, that would not be a bad idea. Next up is the Litecoin ETF. Look at this downside production. We had this crash alert, back-to-back crash alerts, and we got the downside production just as predicted. We're in a trendless state with a bearish trend momentum reading, and the market is locked in on the downside. Maybe this bullish pointer will be reconciled once the market tests support around the $3 mark. All right. Next up is the Russell My Hustle. The ticker is IWM. and you can see that this market is now trendless. It was bullish just for a little bit, but lost it, couldn't hold it. We got these back-to-back crash alerts, and today we got a new weekly low of downside production. Bearish trend momentum reading. Top of the Kumo cloud is around $180 a share. So you're looking at the possibility of another 8, 9, maybe 10-point drop coming your way. Next up is gold by way of ticker GLD. This market is now trendless. We had a gap down. We haven't back and filled it yet. Market's been moving sideways with the bearish trend momentum reading. And so even though you're trendless, the bias is still to the sell side. All right. Next up is we got here. All right. The gold miner is GDXJ. So we hit initial target. The top of the Kumo cloud just hit today. All right. This is the first place that you're looking to take profit on shorts. And this is where you're going to wait and see if the market's going to continue downward or if it's going to bounce from here and rally. You got a bearish trend momentum reading, and the market is trendless. All right. See the black right here and the black ticking time bomb. Only a matter of time before the market decides to pick a trend. But for right now, the bearish trend momentum reading suggests that it's going to be a bear market. Next up is the Bitcoin ETF GBTC. We got a bearish trend momentum reading. Market's just about at initial target, which is $10 a share. And the market is trendless and has been for a while. We had a bear market rally that started, took you out of the bearish position and put you here. So I'm expecting this market to also go bearish. That's what it's looking like it's going to do here. All right. So that's that one. All right. Hold on 1 second. Give me just a second. Let's see. Need to check something out real quick. All right. Okay. I see it. Give me just a second. Forgot all about that. All right. Okay, one more thing and I'll be set. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's bring back 5. Forgot all about that. Almost done. Just need another moment. All right, we'll take that. All right. Now we should be straight now. All right, so GBTC is done. All right. Next up is the Ethereum ETF. The ticker is ETHE. All right. ETHE. All right. And as you can see, this one is consolidated within the Kumo cloud with a bearish trend momentum reading. It keeps going between bearish and neutral, and then bullish, and then neutral, and then bearish again. All right, so that's that one. That's going nowhere on the ETF side, which is interesting. Let's see. The next one is the Dow Jones Industrial Average by way of ticker DIA. This one's still consolidating with a bearish bias. And you saw we had the crash alert yesterday. We got the downside production today. We got another crash alert. So this one's threatening to drop back, to drop back into and or below the Kumo cloud. Right now you're above the cloud, but it's threatening to drop below the cloud, and that's what it's looking like is about to happen. It's been a long consolidation, and now the market is gearing up to fall out of it. It tried to go bullish, but technically speaking, right now it's trendless. It's not doing much of anything. It's trying to decide what it wants to do. but there's nothing really bullish on this screen because right now there's no green. It's just the black ticking time bomb. And because of the elongated bearish trend momentum reading, I think the market wants to fall down some more. I don't think it's really even fallen yet. It's about to, though. XRP Ripple. XRP Ripple is still stretched out. Nothing's happening, going nowhere. Has a bearish trend momentum reading. So if we do anything, it should be on the sell side for XRP Ripple. Next up is Theta. Theta, like XRP Ripple, has been locked in, flatlined, going nowhere. Has a bearish trend momentum reading, so if it does do anything, it is to the downside. Next up is the Ethereum futures, which is, it looks totally different than the Ethereum ETF. The Ethereum ETF is not working right. It's not tracking like it should. You know, GBTC does a way better job of tracking Bitcoin than the Ethereum ETF does. Here's your Ethereum futures. We had a crash alert given last night, and we got all this massive downside production. We're trendless, but we got a bearish trend momentum reading. We just came off of a neutral reading, and then it went bearish. And then here we are, top of the Kumo cloud at 1350. It's the next downside target for Ethereum. This is for the futures and the cash market. All right, next up is Litecoin, the cash market. We already looked at the ETF, and you see here we had a crash alert coming into today. And what did we get? We got a crash alert with massive downside, and we got selling into the close, making for a bullish type of a pointer. So very interesting scenario here with the Litecoin ETF. Trendless with a bearish trend momentum reading. We expect the market to continue its trek downward. Next up is Link or Chainlink. All right, this one has been going nowhere too, just flatlined, and this one is neutralized. So you're not only in a flatline, trendless market, but you're also neutralized, which means price action is not going to go anywhere. See the blue bars? See the blue line? That means this thing is absolutely flatline. This is a no trade market. Nothing to do here. No trade going on in Link. Next up is the US dollar index by way of ticker UUP. So we were trendless. Now we're bearish. And now you have a bullish trend momentum reading as the market has made itself a bear market rally. It already hit the bottom of the Kumo cloud and it's starting to go back down. But the trend is still, the trend momentum reading is still bullish. So perhaps the market will try to get deeper in the cloud. Next up, you got Nat Gas. Ticker is UNG. So we had a rally alert. We got some initial upside production, another rally alert, and the market went to a narrow inside day. And then now you got another rally alert made today for tomorrow. And if this thing does finally get off the ground, bottom of the Kumo cloud around the $16 to $17 mark is your initial upside target. All right, next up is bonds. Looking at ticker TLT, the long bond, and it looks just like the Dow chart, almost identical. You're trendless with a bearish trend momentum reading. So this market's going to continue to go sideways with a downward looking bias, a bearish bias. Next up is the S&P 500 by way of ticker SPY. We're trendless here, and we have a bearish trend momentum reading, and the Kumo cloud is around 390 right now. And because of the narrowness of this cloud, any attempt to come down here could easily crash right through it and keep right on going like a hot knife through butter. So we're consolidating, but we have a bearish downside bias. So I'm expecting lower prices to come in the S&P 500. All right, silver by way of ticker SLV, trendless with a bearish trend momentum reading, downside bias, and we're already inside the Kumo cloud, threatening to test and or drop below the bottom of the Kumo cloud, which we've been talking about this for weeks that this was going to happen, and here we are, SLV is threatening to drop back down into the teens with a bearish trend momentum reading. Next up is the NASDAQ 100 by way of ticker QQQ. And we have a bearish trend momentum reading. The market's been moving sideways with a bearish bias. Top of the Kumo cloud at $280 is the initial downside target, and the market remains trendless. Next up is oil, crude oil futures by way of ticker OIH. The market's been heavily consolidated north side of the Kumo cloud with a bearish trend momentum reading and a crash alert for tomorrow's trading. Top of the Kumo cloud is around the $300 to $290 mark, and that will be our initial downside target. And this market is also trendless at the moment. And that'll do it, folks. Hopefully, everyone will have themselves a wonderful and safe weekend. It has been something else. We don't know how these markets are going to settle tomorrow, how they're going to close. It's going to be very important as tomorrow will set up for next week, and we just don't know what we're going to get as of yet. But we can guesstimate for sure. And right now, it's looking like perhaps the market will try its best to not fall so much, but I don't think there's a lot they can do about it. The powers that be are losing control of things. They're losing control of their narrative. Things are starting to get exposed. People are seeing that things don't make sense, that things are not what they are saying that they are. And I think that's being seen now in these markets. All right, so get yourself ready, man. It's going to be a very interesting time that we're coming into. So remember, the system works if you work the system. So make money, not excuses. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm out. Peace.